What if I told you the man who dominated the boxing ring once had run-in with serial killer, tried to bribe cops, and even attempted to fight a gorilla? Mike Tyson's life is a hurricane of bizarre, jaw-dropping events you won't believe are true. From his beef with top celebrities to his pigeon obsession, Iron Mike's story is far crazier than you think. In today's video, we're diving into 20 mind-bending facts about the baddest man on the planet. Stick around because this is a roller coaster you don't want to miss. Coming in at number 20, Mike Tyson unknowingly allowed a serial killer into his gym before the man was handed a death sentence. At the height of his career, Tyson was used to everyone wanting a piece of him, reporters, fans, you name it. But one day, Dale Hausner, a serial killer responsible for 8 deaths and 19 injuries, slipped into Tyson's gym posing as a sports journalist. Weeks later after Hausner's capture, Tyson was approached by the police. They showed him a picture of him with Hausner and asked if he knew him. Tyson, clueless, apologized if he had somehow offended him.
And they show a picture of me and this guy shaking hands. And I'm thinking, fuck, this guy's probably have a lawsuit. I must have did something that got this guy nervous or something. And he said, do you know this guy? And I said, well, listen, I was promoting a fight and I must have got a little animated and he may have gotten scared. If anything happened, I'm just sorry. I didn't mean to. And then he snatched the picture back. No, Mr. Tyson, he liked you. He didn't like the 20 people he shot and the 8 that he killed.
Ooh. What?
Wow, he was the baseline shooter. He was a serial killer. He was a boxing writer too.
If you think that was the craziest moment in his life, hold tight. In a bizarre twist, Tyson's impulsive decisions have led to some wild, unpredictable moments, including the one that left a permanent mark on his face. Mike Tyson's face tattoo is one of the most iconic and impulsive decisions of his life. But here's the twist. It wasn't even supposed to be a tribal design.
I was gonna get a bunch of hearts and stuff and be like a small, that would have been really stupid. So
Hey, what were you gonna get?
Some hearts and shit. I would have been the man of hearts, baby.
Tyson originally wanted a heart tattooed on his face, a symbol of love. But when he walked into the tattoo parlor, his artist thankfully refused and suggested something much more intimidating, the fierce tribal design we know today. Tyson agreed on a whim, and just like that, he walked out with a permanent symbol of his wild, unpredictable nature. Just as impulsively as he got the tattoo, a 16-year-old Tyson once delivered the fastest knockout that left everyone in awe. Everyone talks about Tyson's famous 30-second demolition of Marvis Frazier, the fastest knockout of his pro career. But did you know he was breaking records even as a teenager? During an amateur bout, young Tyson unleashed a storm of punches, knocking out his opponent in just 8 seconds. Young Tyson celebrated in pure joy, rolling on the canvas like an ecstatic child, showing a rare glimpse of innocence behind his ferocity. That moment not only cemented his reputation as a prodigy, but also hinted at the explosive energy he'd bring to the world stage. Speaking of energy, Tyson later channeled it into a surprising venture. His very own drink brand with a name as unique as the man himself.
After work, you need to refresh. Relax with some friends, recover from this quagmire called life.
Excuse me.
You deserve a drink.
Excuse me. Can I have a drink?
What's a drink?
Stress less. Drink more. Drink.
Tyson's entrepreneurial spirit led him to launch Dwink, a CBD-infused beverage brand, showcasing his knack for reinventing himself outside the ring. But while Tyson's drink brings calm, his past was anything but that. In fact, he once tried to pick a fight with none other than the basketball legend, Michael Jordan. Mike Tyson's fiery temper nearly ignited a clash with Michael Jordan. The feud stemmed from Jordan's past relationship with Tyson's ex-wife, Robin Givens. Spotting Jordan at a restaurant, Tyson began hurling insults, escalating to a near-physical confrontation. His entourage quickly stepped in, calming Tyson down and allowing Jordan to make a swift exit. But while Tyson's wrath often targeted people, his softer side was reserved for an unusual love: pigeons. From childhood to stardom, these birds became his obsession. Tyson's obsession with pigeons started at a young age, fueled by a painful memory. As a kid, a bully snapped the neck of his beloved pigeon right in front of him, sparking Tyson's fury and setting him on the path to boxing. Throughout his life, Tyson kept a large collection of pigeons, even breeding and racing them, often investing huge amounts of money in the sport. These birds became a source of comfort and a symbol of peace in his chaotic world. But Tyson's life was anything but peaceful. In a shocking turn, he once found himself in a life-or-death situation when he encountered a gunman in a club. While enjoying a night out with Rosie and Sally Perez at a club, Tyson's evening took a dark turn. A man, refusing to take no for an answer, forced Sally to dance with him. When she declined, the man pulled out a gun.
And you went right down to him, went up to him like this, his gun, like put like this in your finger, like if you have a gun, right? The mic went, come on.
Come on.
That was it. And then the bodyguards came in and threw the guy out.
I used to be crazy when I was younger.
But while Tyson was saving lives, tragedy struck when one of his prize tigers ripped off a woman's arm. Mike Tyson's love for exotic animals nearly cost him dearly when a woman trespassed onto his property, hoping to play with his tiger. Unfortunately, the tiger mauled her, ripping her arm and leaving her with severe injuries. The woman filed a lawsuit, but the case was dismissed because she had trespassed. Despite this, Tyson, ever the complex character, still offered her $250,000 as compensation for the damages.
And this drunk lady, she got held and she came out of her house thinking she could play with the kid because he's cute. Said, oh, he's so cute. And she ripped all her hand off.
Took the whole hand off?
She sued me and stuff. And she lost. She lost the case. But I gave her $200,000 anyway because she was fucked up. So I said, yeah, you can keep it.
Jesus.
Tyson's life has been filled with dramatic twists, but his career also saw him stepping into unexpected roles. One of the most surprising, voicing himself in an animated series. In a surprising twist, Mike Tyson stepped into the world of animation with Mike Tyson Mysteries, a hilarious parody of classic mystery-solving cartoons. The show features Tyson as a quirky version of himself, solving bizarre cases alongside a talking pigeon, his adopted daughter, and the ghost of the Marquis of Queensberry. The show's quirky humor and Tyson's self-deprecating wit made it a cult favorite. It showcased a lighter, comedic side of the heavyweight champ, far removed from his chaotic past. Speaking of which, Tyson's troubled youth was anything but lighthearted. Growing up in the rough neighborhoods of Brownsville, Brooklyn, young Mike's childhood was marred by poverty and crime. With no father figure and a struggling mother, young Tyson turned to the streets, stealing to survive. His run-ins with the law began early, and by the age of 13, he had been arrested 38 times for various offenses. It wasn't until he discovered boxing that his life took a dramatic turn. But even as an adult, Tyson's life was full of drama, like the time he caught his wife with the biggest Hollywood star. Mike Tyson's tumultuous marriage to Robin Givens reached a shocking climax when he caught her with the Hollywood heartthrob, Brad Pitt. Tyson had stopped by Givens' home during their messy divorce proceedings when he saw Pitt there.
I go to the house, I ring the bell, no one's there. I go back to my car. Okay, they might be working. And as I go to my car, she drives up. Oh, right, it's gonna happen, it's going down. She drives up with the handsome Brad Pitt. I said, oh man, I ain't gonna get no pussy.
Despite their rocky marriage, Tyson was known for his extravagant gestures. One in particular was jaw-droppingly over the top. Let's dive into that next. Mike Tyson's lavish lifestyle often made headlines, and one of his most extravagant purchases was a $2 million golden bathtub for his then-wife, Robin Givens. This over-the-top gift was a symbol of Tyson's wild spending habits during their shaky marriage. However, their relationship was anything but smooth, marked by public drama and outrageous incidents. One such moment came when Robin crashed his Rolls-Royce, leading to an attempt to bribe the police. The drama between Mike Tyson and Robin Givens took a bizarre turn one day, when they stopped at a Burger King for a quick meal. After a heated argument, Robin jumped into Tyson's Rolls-Royce, speeding off in a rage, only to crash the car moments later, injuring a bystander. As sirens blared, Tyson panicked and came up with a bizarre plan.
And so the cops came and the cops were saying, hey, what happened here? Right? And I was afraid that they were going to arrest me or arrest us. So I said, well, nothing happened, officer. And it was the guy with a broken arm. I said, you know, sir, why don't you just take the car? You know, you deserve it because you've been doing a lot. Because I didn't want to get arrested. I didn't have license or anything. Right. And I didn't want my wife to get in trouble. I said, why don't you just take it? You deserve this, take it. And they took it.
But they made him give away the car, right? They made him.
No, cause I went back to my office and I said, give me my fucking car back. I went to the
Really?
Yeah, he got fired.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
As chaotic as this was, it's nothing compared to Tyson's next wild story, trying to fight a caged wild beast. Mike Tyson's impulsive nature reached new heights when he tried to fight a full-grown silverback gorilla. This wasn't some drunken dare, Tyson was seriously considering it. One day at a zoo, Tyson saw the massive gorilla and, in a moment of reckless bravado, decided to challenge the beast. He even went as far as to make an offer to the zoo officials to let him fight, but they refused the offer. While Tyson's impulsiveness often led to wild stories, not all of them were so lighthearted. In fact, some believe his actions played a role in the tragic death of Tupac Shakur. Mike Tyson and Tupac Shakur shared a deep friendship built on mutual respect and admiration. Tupac often supported Tyson, even visiting him in prison, and was present ringside during Tyson's fight against Bruce Seldon on September 7, 1996. After the fight, Tyson planned to celebrate and invited Tupac to join him at Club 662. Tragically, Tupac was ambushed and fatally shot on his way there. To this day, Tyson carries a sense of guilt, feeling as though his invitation played a role in the loss of his friend.
How did you feel when you heard the bad news about Tupac?
I felt a little guilty about him coming to fight me, pressuring him for the hey, bring the tape, don't forget the tape, you know?
Tyson's sense of loyalty wasn't just reserved for friends. He once stepped into the ring to avenge his idol, Muhammad Ali, to settle an old score. Muhammad Ali was Mike Tyson's childhood hero, a man he idolized deeply. But in 1980, Ali faced Larry Holmes in a fight that ended tragically for the aging legend. Holmes dominated the bout, ultimately forcing Ali into retirement. Watching his hero fall, a young Tyson vowed to avenge Ali's loss.
And so I talked to Ali, and Ali had just lost to Larry Holmes. The next morning, they were talking on the phone, and Cus was mad that they lost, and then after all of a sudden, he said, hold it, I got a 14-year-old kid, black kid here, he's gonna be champ of the world. Tell him to listen to me, okay? Tell him to listen to me. He said, okay. And so he put me on the phone, and he was saying, he never told me to listen to Cus. He was just telling me why he lost. He took medicine, I got weak, and he's gonna come back and he's gonna knock Holmes out. But I'm crying while he's saying it. When I get big, I'm gonna get him for you.
You told Ali that you would get Holmes when you got big?
When I get big.
In 1988, the moment arrived. Ali, seated ringside, leaned into Tyson before the fight and whispered, "Get him for me." What followed was a demolition. Tyson unleashed his fury, knocking Holmes out cold in the 4th round, avenging his hero in spectacular fashion. But Tyson's loyalty isn't limited to his boxing heroes. Today, he's loyal to an entirely different venture, his cannabis brand. Mike Tyson's love for cannabis is no secret. He's openly admitted to using it throughout his career, even stepping into the ring under its influence. Today, Tyson has turned his passion into a thriving business. He owns a massive cannabis farm and has launched his own brand, Tyson 2.0, which he proudly promotes. Though Tyson's life isn't just about boxing and business, he's also shown tremendous bravery when it comes to helping others. Let's talk about the time he saved a dying stranger in a road accident. In 2014, Mike Tyson proved he wasn't just a fighter in the ring, but a hero on the streets. Ryan Chesley, a man riding his bike on a Las Vegas freeway, was hit by a reckless cab and thrown off his bike in a brutal accident. Dazed and injured, Ryan looked up to see none other than Tyson and his friends rushing to help. Tyson blocked off traffic, reassured Chesley that help was on the way, and instructed bystanders not to touch or move him until help arrives. He stayed by Chesley's side, talking to him to keep him conscious and calm till paramedics arrived.
For a second there, I thought I was hallucinating. And he's going, just stay down, dude, just stay down. You got Iron Mike Tyson sitting over you going, nobody touch him. That's like a second grader's dream right there. He's my hero, in all honesty. Words can't express how much appreciation I have for him. It's truly awesome, because I'm sitting there, I'm at the mercy of the world, and I got Mike Tyson sitting there making sure that the world didn't come and kick me while I'm down.
Tyson's actions that night left a lasting impression. But not all of Tyson's street encounters were this peaceful. Let's talk about his infamous street brawl with the notorious gang leader Mitch Blood Green. After defeating Mitch Green in the ring, Tyson thought the beef was over. But Green couldn't let it go, using every TV appearance to hurl insults at Tyson.
Tyson, and you know it. You hit me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Fate brought them face to face again at Dapper Don's store in New York. What started as a verbal spat quickly turned physical, with onlookers witnessing Tyson land heavy blows on Green. The result? Green showed up on TV later with a massive swollen eye, claiming Tyson assaulted him. This infamous street brawl only added to Tyson's bad boy reputation. But Tyson's life could have taken a very different turn if it weren't for one man. Cus D'Amato, who saw potential in the troubled kid and molded him into a champion. As a young boy, Mike Tyson was headed down a dark path, constantly getting into trouble and facing a life filled with crime. But everything changed when he met Cus D'Amato, a legendary trainer who saw Tyson's raw potential. Cus became more than just a trainer. He was a father figure who provided Tyson with discipline, structure, and a purpose. Under Cus's guidance, Tyson honed his skills and turned into the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Without Cus's belief in him, Tyson's future might have looked very different. And with that, we've come to the end of these insane facts about Mike Tyson's life. Which story surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more crazy content.